Hi there everyone, it's Misty here. Welcome to Planning with the Elf. In today's video, I am putting... Hi everyone, it's Misty here with Planning with the Elf. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, hi, hello. In today's video, I am setting up my 2 April spreads. I have one that's more kind of like content related, just kind of keeping me on schedule. And then I have one that is more kind of personal related. Let me tell you, April is a flippin' busy month. The first 2 weeks of April, I think I have 8 appointments. That is not hyperbole. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you're gonna help me set those 2 up. Hey friends, Editing Misty here. I'm actually only gonna have the one set up in this video, and then I'm gonna do an ASMR video. I know some of you don't like those, but some of you do, and I thought rather than having like a 2-hour video, I would break it up into one where I'm talking and one where we're doing ASMR. So today is talking, tomorrow is ASMR. Maybe using supplies from Hubman Chub Girl, and to be quite honest, I could do like 4 different monthly spreads with the cute spring stuff that I have, but we will just make a couple, so I'm going to be doing those for you today. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. In the next day or so, you will also get the weekly spread for the first week of April, the last week of March, first week of April. I cannot believe we're there. And eventually at some point I will finish off the coloring pages and be able to create all my planner dividers and stuff for the month of April, which I haven't had a chance to do that. So yeah, if you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing and be sure to leave a comment for engagement, say hi, all of the things. Let me know what you're planning with, how you're doing. We finished the first quarter. We're moving into quarter number 2, which is all right, but that's enough jibber jabber. Without further ado, let's head over to the craft table and I will set up April with you guys. All right, friends. So we're gonna be setting up my 2 monthlies today. I just wanted to show you what was going on with my planner cover. This is my original, and then this is how it printed. It's completely different color. This is actually probably truer to what it is, but I think I cut it too small. It's not going to be wide enough unless I like put it on paper. I don't know yet. So I haven't done my new dividers. I do have everything printed, and I just cut her down. So we got blueberry muffin, huckleberry pie. We've got strawberry shortcake. This is probably the one I'll go to after my birthday. We've got lemon meringue. We've got raspberry tart. We've got the 3 girls together. We've got orange blossom, and then we have all of them together. So this may end up being the next. So I gotta find time to sit down and color. I gotta make time to sit down and color is actually what I should be saying. So yeah, so I don't have that done yet, but it'll get done. So we're going to continue on with this setup. We are setting up for the month of April, which is cray-cray for me. I haven't had a chance to do anything with this planner, to be quite for it, but we'll get it done. All right, so I'm going to be using 2 different kits, or sets, I guess I should say, from Hubman Chub Girl, and I'm going to bring those out and show them to you. So if you didn't know, if you don't follow me on my other channels, I'm going to have a CT222 fusion. I just saw my neurosurgeon on the 25th. I have new MRIs done this next week. And then I see her again on the 8th of April to get a surgery date. And I have a plan for this channel we'll talk about in just a second. But for my Jolly Fat Elf channel, I've started this series where on Wednesday, I have like a Way Back Wednesday video where I've gone through and picked out a video that I still have an image for, and I can remake for a Friday video. So these are all the cards I'm going to be remaking. So I need to keep this close because I'm going to need to add that to my monthly view. So let's see. I have started I mean, this is not like the best storage ever, but I've started keeping the kits in these bags, and I've just punched them and put them in a binder. Again, not the easiest way, but I thought this would work until I used them. And once I use them, I can transfer them into something different. Hopefully you heard all that, and if you didn't, I apologize. Okay, can I breathe? I don't know. Can I breathe? I don't know. Ugh. Okay. So we're planning for the month of April. I use the monthly calendar for like content, etc. So we've got this. And then I use the color block as my general weekly planner. So here are my thoughts for this channel. I think, okay, hold on. So for one of my spreads, I'm going to use the Strawberry Harvest, and the other one, I'm going to use the new Rainy Day kit. I think I'm going to do Strawberry for my personal, and then I'll do the Rainy Days for work. I think that makes sense. Okay, let's pull everything out. So we got 2 washi tapes. I did show all this in a haul not long ago. Got some cute like treats, strawberry cows. Aren't they so cute? Oh, and I mentioned, if you guys have been with me for forever, I did a sticker sheet with strawberry milk. It was strawberry cow kind of milk flavored, and it turned out so stinking cute. So we have all of these. I did not get the Hobonichi, so we'll have to see if these fit. Truly they will. And then of course I got the month. Then we've got the small planner stickers, and then we've got our bigger ones. So let's get started. So here's my plan for this channel. I think that I am going to, I picked up a new Happy Planner, and I think I'm gonna do like decorate with me's rather than plan with me's for when I'm gone. That way you're still getting content from me, but I don't, like, I'm 100%, oh, you're not gonna fit, are you? No, I don't want to lose. I guess we'll lose her horns a little bit. Or I can just take the sticky off. We'll just leave it there for now. Anyway, that's my thought, is that we would just, I would just do that rather than try to, oh, I don't have date stickers. I didn't think this through, did I? Hold on, let me figure this out, and then we will talk, because clearly I can't talk and do this at the same time. I need some date stickers. I think I'm going to use a set of these day dots, or day stickers, and use those for the days. Actually, let me look at the Hobonichi kit. I'm not going to use a full kit. I'll use that one. They all have icons. They all have icons. Okay, we will just go ahead with what I plan to do. With those. Now my like, should I just save that for next April? But I've already put the sticker down, and we already know those don't come up. Missy. Yeah, no, she's not coming up. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Oh my word. Okay, so let's start again. Tweezers, whiteout, washi cutter, telephone. Telephone on my calendar. I'm spilling shit around. Oh my gosh. Okay, Misty. Take a deep breath, 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 take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, take a deep breath. Okay, friends. I have a big new rolly chair, but it rolls away for sure. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, I think we got it covered. Let me get these stated real quick, and then we will come back and get started on the monthly view. Okay, that is so cute. All right, I want to go ahead and cover up. Let's cover up the little fruit before I forget. I can use these little strawberries. These are cute. Actually scooted them over to put a bigger sticker. These are a little too big. Oh my gosh, all of the cows are cute. I think I like these. Yeah, they're too big. Okay. How about we just use the bigger strawberries? These are awake, but that's all right. You know what, let me go on a quest for sidebar stickers. The only bad thing about not having the habit trackers is don't really have anything to take up that space. there's those. Oh, this is cute. Look at that. That's real cute. This is also cute. Okay, so back to what I was talking about earlier. I think what I'm going to do is instead of like playing with these, it'll be more like decorating with me. So I'll be setting up monthly and weeklies, just not to actually plan in them in real time because I will be recovering from surgery. So I saw my neurosurgeon on Tuesday the 25th. I have no idea when this is going up, but I'm filming it on Sunday the 30th. And she said that she wanted new imaging. So I go this week for new MRI. And then I go, these are all cute. I go the following week to see her for a follow-up. And at that appointment is when we will set a surgery date. So I'm still hoping it can be Memorial Day weekend, but I'm also not holding out any hope because we're getting really close to that. But maybe I could do it that weekend before July 4th. These are from Mama Lay, I think. No, Shauna Dingerman from Paper House Productions. I don't know that I went the one with gold foiling because I don't have anything else that's foiled. I think I like this one. I do want some washi tape. So that is my thought process for, and then I haven't used my bullet journal one time. And it's really irritating because I have so much that I should be tracking and I just don't even think to do it. And now I feel like I'm behind. I've said that before. I don't know that I'm ever gonna feel like I've caught up ever in my life, ever. I'm never, ever, never. No, you're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. My mom actually met En Vogue when she saw them in Vegas. Actually, I don't know if she saw them or if they were at the same hotel. But apparently she had drinks. Her and her friend had drinks with them for like hours. Cool. Right? Oh, sorry, that's my chair. It has armrests that can go backwards and forwards. It's loud. Right. So I don't have the monthly habit trackers. I wasn't using them anyway, to be quite honest. I bought the Ritual Planner, which is for tarot. And if you don't believe in tarot, that's cool. No harm, no foul. I think it was 2023, I'd felt called, like I just felt like spirituality was just put in my face, and it was like, okay, clearly, the universe wants me to do something or think about something along the lines of spirituality and what that is, etc. And so that's kind of where my head has been. I kind of want to bring in this green. Oof. So I'm like I've had all these good intentions and they've just kind of I've just not made them happen. And it's 100% on me. Like today I sat on the couch. Well, here's the thing. So I saw my neurosurgeon on Tuesday, and then I went on Thursday to see my pain management doctor because I thought, oh, this will be perfect because I'm seeing my, neurosurgeon and, got all that talked out of the way. And I was like, oh, I can see my pain management doctor and talk to her about when she can expect me to come back into her care, etc. So I get there and I almost called Rob. He dropped me off and I almost told him to come pick me up because the elevator was out of service. Now there's only 2 floors, but it's like you walk up a flight of stairs, there's a landing, and then you go up another half flight of stairs. And I did it and I shouldn't have. Like I honestly shouldn't have. That was dumb. That was so dumb on my part. That was me not respecting my body's boundaries. And the crazy thing is I didn't even want to go to that appointment. I woke up and told Rob, I was like, I don't feel like I want to go to this today. He's like, why? I was like, I don't know. I just don't want to go. Well, I think that was, my intuition telling me that I was going to be screwed. I went to this doctor's appointment, but I went to that doctor's appointment anyway. And honestly, it's been rough. And not just like physically rough, but it's also been very mentally draining. I'm disabled, if you didn't know that. And I have basically been homebound for the last several years, since before COVID. I have the ability to drive. Like, if I needed to, in an emergency, I could get behind the wheel of a car and drive. So it's not that I don't know how to drive. It's that it's not safe, really, for me to drive because I have a lot of weakness in my arms and in my legs. And of course, here in Dallas especially, where the flip are my scissors? There's so much construction and so much traffic. I came home crying to Rob one day. He's like, what's the matter? I was like, I don't think I can drive again. He's like, why? And I told him what happened. He's like, yeah, I'll just take you. And I said, okay. Except for this week, because I'm going to have to take myself. Well, not take myself, but I'm going to have to go on Uber. But so anyway, it was just like, oh my God. I could have cried. I did cry actually when I got home. And she was like, please don't do that ever again. She's like, if you get here and you see the elevator's broken, and it's not their building, that's part of the problem. She's like, it's broken at least once a week. And she's like, I've had to call patients who live, hours away and tell them to reschedule because I don't want them driving all the way out here just to be told, or just to see that the elevator isn't working and then have to drive, just turn around and drive right back. And it's been a fruitless trip. And I was like, I can understand that for sure. So, yeah, it has not been. Anyway, so I walked up and down the stairs, which was dumb, and I have literally paid for it ever since. It's what would be a minor convenience for some has turned into, what is this, day 4 days of feeling like I've been hit, like in a car accident or something. Like, when you have, they always say the second or third day is when your pain hits the worst. Yeah. Yeah, we're there. We are there. So it's just been, that's mentally tough because it's like, again, what might have been a minor inconvenience from an able-bodied person has turned into this just disastrous choice. And it's another time. Oh, I could have used the gold foil because this has gold foil. It's rose gold, and it's gold. It's just another episode, like another time when I have not respected my body's boundaries and I've pushed it too far. And it has not been easy. The last few days I've just been paying for it, taking 2 doses of muscle relaxers at night just so I can hopefully sleep and not have a leg cramp. Cute. These are cute. My birthday's the 29th. I don't have any birthday stickers, I don't think. These little Polaroids are the cutest. Then I cut myself. Then yesterday, okay, if you're not disabled in a wheelchair, I don't know how this even happened, but I ran over my toe in my wheelchair while I was in the kitchen. So I use a wheelchair in the kitchen because I can't stand for very long. When I tell you I have muscular dystrophy and this neck thing is causing it causes your arms and your legs to be very weak because it's pressure on my spinal cord. Like, I have spinal cord damage. So anyway, I can't stand while I'm cooking. And so I was making coffee and I went to roll over to grab a spoon and I rolled right over my toe. And I've done it before, but nothing like this. When I tell you, holy moly, it hurt. Like, I'm pretty sure I broke my toe. And Rob's like, there's nothing we can do for a broken toe. I was like, yeah, I know, but I still think I broke my toe. So that is a real thing that happened in my life. It's like, Misty, what are you doing? These are cute. All right, I have a lot of appointments this month. Like, I think I have 2 on Wednesday and 2 on Thursday. Oh, that's just on there. I didn't center it very well. Where's these letters? We'll put another one. Oops, someone is mowing. Sorry if you can hear that. I don't know how they're mowing. It has rained since like Wednesday. Every day since Wednesday. We had thunderstorms last night. Luckily, we didn't lose power. I had a friend of mine a couple of cities over that did. So, yeah. I need a drink. I think I'm going to bring in... I don't want to lose you now. Looking right in the other half of me. We can use these, I guess. All right, let's use a pink. Do we have a lighter pink? Nah, bitch, no. Do I own a lighter pink? We'll just go with brown. Okay, I have an infusion at 8:15. My Uber is picking me up at 7:40. I think it's 7:40. $7:30. I probably should put these on smaller ones. Oh well. So where I go for my infusion is kind of far from us. Okay, they're just going to cover up the date. We know that's the 1st. And so I take an Uber there, and then my husband comes and gets me because the appointments can last up to 2 hours, and he can't just sit around and wait for me for 2 hours. So I Uber there, and then he comes and grabs me. I should use these instead, Misty. Okay. So Wednesday, I have an Uber at 12. Then I have the dermatologist at 9:10. My MRI is at 12:45. I don't think they've called in a sedative. yeah, nope. Shoot. They're supposed to call in a sedative for the MRI because I have really bad claustrophobia. Especially I haven't been in this MRI machine. I really wanted to go closer to us, but they couldn't get me in. So here we go. Here's what happened. I made my appointment. I had my appointment on the 25th. And the follow-up, she's like, we're going to schedule you for the 8th. And I said, do you really think that I will have enough time to get my imaging done between now and then? She's like, oh yeah, it won't be a problem. They're like, we can do it on the 9th. And I'm like, my follow-up appointment is on the 8th. And she was like, well, we could check a different city. And I was like, all right, that's fine. So they did. And so I have an appointment at 12:45. I've got to figure out what to wear because Rob's not coming with me. And normally he has to help me dress. So, but if I can wear, you know, stuff without metal, then I can just take my bra off by myself. Look at that. Lord. All right. When is my next appointment after that? Thursday, April 3rd at 12 p.m. I see my psychiatrist. PSYCH? 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 Luckily, that is telemed. I called to reschedule that appointment. That appointment was on the 25th. Then she was like, well, I can schedule you for like the 18th. And I was like, I really want to see him after I see my neurosurgeon and schedule surgery. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she gave me another date before the appointment. And I was like, no, it really needs to be after the 25th. And she's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, I want to talk to him after I have surgery. Like, or have a date for surgery or whatever. So, yeah, anyway. Okay, so Roxy's chip renews. She is microchipped, and I think it's homebound. I don't remember who she's chipped through. So that is an automatic deduction, almost like deposit, Misty. Then I see my neuro at 8:30 on Tuesday. That was the other thing. This is my third time seeing her. This is the first time we've waited. My appointment was at 1:15. We didn't get seen until like 2:30. And I had to pee. And they didn't have a public bathroom. And I finally was like, I was ready to walk out. I was like, we gotta go. And so her medical assistant came in. I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. I was like, where are they? And she's like, well, we'll let you use ours. Because they had one, but it wasn't public. And I asked, I was like, can I use it? And she was like, no, I'm sorry. I was like, well, then I have to leave. And Rob was like, well, why don't you go? I was like, because I don't want to postpone this any further than it already has been postponed. Because at that point, we'd been waiting forever. So, anyway, I was kind of frustrated. All right, I have therapy. I think I have therapy twice. So, yeah, that's going to be... We were supposed to start EMDR, and last appointment. And she's like, how's it going? I was like, it's going awful. I was like, I have been dealing with this sadness that I don't feel like I can get over it. I normally see her Mondays at 9, but she was out of the office this coming Monday. And so we remade it for the 2nd, and then this was the only day that they could get me in to do the MRI before this appointment. So I asked her if we could reschedule. So I believe I see her on the 9th and then see her again on the 14th. When I told you that this was going to be a busy month, I did not lie. $14th. Yep. Unless she has to reschedule, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it down so I don't forget. I love her so much. Like I really lucked out. My first two therapists were good. So I think it's just what I needed at the time. Hence why I want to get back into kind of spirituality and into like following my intuition and stuff, because I just feel like everything happens for a reason. I'm so thirsty. What the hell? Okay. I have my Spravato appointment on April the 11th. I've been doing it for a year. Love it. It's for medicine-resistant depression. If you are struggling, I would reach out to your doctor and ask to at least talk about it. It's a commitment. Misty, you don't go to Spravato at 11? What are we doing? Dang it. Can I make this into an 8? Kinda. I started it a year ago, and it's a commitment. It's a commitment, but I was like, I'm ready. I can tell that I'm ready for it. So, but it has definitely helped me. I went from completely apathetic, zero worries, like zero cares, to like now I'm dealing with sadness again, which is not fun, but it is what it is. Oh, the 15th we have to go to Durant. I have to go see the endocrinologist that I do not like and do not want to see. Same I am, but we're gonna go anyway. My regular doctor was like, no, Misty, you need to continue seeing somebody so you can get this for free. It's like, because sometimes insurance will cover it for a few months and then they're like, no, I don't want to anymore. Like, oh, Lord. Got roads. So I'm going to pre-film for this channel, but I'm also pre-filming for my Jolly Fat Elf channel, which is what that big list is. And as I mentioned, my goal is to have everything done by the time I'm ready for surgery. The last surgery, I think I edited and uploaded and scheduled 8 videos the day before. If I could not do that this time, that would be fantastic. Where are the roads? I don't have some. I spend most of my time looking for flipping stickers. I mean, this will work if I can't find anything else. Actually, let me just leave this out. There they are. This is cuter. Let me just go with this. So I have to go to Durant. I have to be there by 9:30 so I can see the radiology first. And then I see the endo at 11. I gotta get blood work drawn. Am I looking forward to it? No. Actually, no, I'm not, to be quite honest. He's awful. I hate him. I shouldn't say hate him. I just... That was top 5 worst appointments I've ever had, and I have seen hundreds of doctors at this point in my life. He was just rude and condescending and dismissive, and not happy with the level I carry out with him. But again, beggars can't be choosy. And if I want my Mounjaro and my Dexcom and everything else to be covered by them, I have to go see them in person. Okay, so radiology. Yeah, I can't see that. Let's see what we're doing. We have to leave here to be there by 8:30. We have to leave, or 9:30. We have to leave here like at 7:45, 7:30, 7:45. Honestly, it just depends on the traffic. That's the bad thing. It's like, how many miles away? Miles don't matter in Dallas because it could either take you 100, like 2 hours, or it could take 15 minutes. It just depends. All right, Rob has a doctor's appointment. I don't have a time, but he just has a doctor's appointment that day. And this is a bad month. I mean, he has like 60 something hours of overtime for 2 weeks, you guys, like 2 weeks. And it's just like, why are you making me schedule all these appointments? Therapy that day too. I didn't think about that. The day before my birthday. I'm gonna be 47. It's interesting. You know, if you're my age or younger, I guess, or even older, like hearing elderly people talk about how their brain and their bodies don't mesh up is 100% the truth, because I am so close to 50 and I can feel more far away. Like, I don't feel close to 50. I don't feel like I'm going to be 50 years old in 3 years. I don't feel like next year will be my 30th high school reunion. I'm far too young for any of that. Is that it for now? That's it for now. Holy Moses, that's a lot. Next week and the week after that, I'm going to be exhausted. Ugh. Okay, so that is... I need to put something on my birthday. Let's put one of those cute little... Let's put one of these. How about this? Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. My nephew just turned 4 on the 27th, so I asked my brother, I was like, have you taken him to daycare yet? And he's like, no, we're on our way. Why? I was like, can I call and sing him happy birthday? And he's like, yeah. And so I called him and sang him happy birthday, and I was like, I said, did he hear me? And he was like, yeah. He's like, but he has it in his head, today's not his birthday. And he was like, no, my birthday is with Mama on whatever. And I was like, well, that could be your birthday party. I was like, but today is your birthday, dude. Lord, child. Okay, where's the other month? What did I do with it? I don't wanna lose you now. Didn't I pull it out? Here it is. Ugh. Okay, we are moving on from cows to ducks. Ducks and geese better scurry when I get you down and with the French on top. Alright, let me take a break to put all of this away, and I'll be right back and we will plan the other week. We are already at an hour, Misty. Good job. Oh no. Was all of that film zoomed in? Oh my gosh, Misty. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry if you didn't see any of that bullshit.